Hello and welcome back. I'm going to try that enthusiasm thing again. I don't know how well it's going to be because yesterday, well, it's 8 o'clock right now. Getting up a little earlier, it's the sound of the birds, sun's up a little earlier, all that, the weather, the temperature. I figured from yesterday of the 150 miles in the 8 hours I was gone, the 5 stores I went to, just because of the distance each store after I got to the first one was anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes to the next one. And then the last one from where I was in Orville, not the Orville, not the spaceship, which would make sense. I wouldn't mind going back to my home planet. The um, the town of Orville, which, if I'm not mistaken, is where Smucker's, the jam and jelly, that's where that's made. That's their headquarters there. However, from Orville to Waterloo Road, the Goodwill, that region's corporate Goodwill. So I started driving north, and then I could see the clouds coming in from the west and north. And as soon, not really as soon, but barely before I got to a road where I could shift over and start headed east to Waterloo or South Akron. Um, that area is right down the street from the Goodyear blimp hangar. I took that route to kind of avoid the storm that was coming in. Right when I was pulling into the parking lot at the Goodwill is when it started to rain, and I got stuck. And well, not really stuck from there finding stuff, but I got stuck in the Goodwill for a little while, waiting for the rain because from where I was at down there, it was over an hour drive. So that was in part, but I may not be that super energetic or enthusiastic because at what am I? So I'll be 48 in July, and at 6'4", my knees are they were burning at the end of the day. I posted the video from the Salvation Army I was at, the first stop, and I had already gone through the DVDs, as you could see in the beginning of that video, that Love Pets or whichever, Love Dogs, whatever that one was called, and they do sell through Terapeak. That one is sealed. They do sell used through Terapeak for 50 to 70 bucks. There's that one, which is a really good one. Some of those other ones are really good. I don't know. No, the Bill and Bill 2 was at another store, was at the store in Orville. I picked up a few things at the Salvation Army, and before I got to the books, at the very bottom shelf. And the reason why I'm explaining this is because I explained that in the video, but that part was copyright struck, so therefore only part of the video would actually show. It was copyright marked, I should say. You just go into the video editor, video that's already posted, and just put music over wherever I want it to be. What I'm explaining in there is, so I had watched a video, I think it was on Facebook or something, that somebody had done essentially the same thing. And I had done it before, I just never really found anything outstanding. And this guy picks up like this one little game bag that had 3 or 4 pretty decent Game Boy games in it. So I had done stuff like that before, look under the the detachable or just under the shelves or behind the shelves if you can. You never know what's back there. So I start grabbing or just kind of sifting as I would regularly, sifting which books I wanted to just take out. And if you look at the video, you can see there's a couple books on different shelves that are filled with dust and debris. All the other ones I scanned that I could scan, and if I had a hand type, I hand typed. And one of the ones that I pulled from there was this one. Now I've already cleaned off some of the little debris and hair and stuff that was on this. It's kind of bent a little. I mean, you can look at the back. I don't know how well it'll show with the glare. However, it's still, still pretty dusty. and we do that to the front, right, you don't get the same type of removal. So for a book that's been hiding under a bookshelf or that rack, I can't tell you how long. For the most part, they're books they don't put stickers on. For the most part. So the shelf itself only had 6, those $5,000 Disney Black Diamond VHS. There were like 6 of them. I grabbed those 6 Disney VHS, man. They're already listed. They've already sold for $5,000-$6,000 each. You're missing out, guys. You're missing out on that Black Diamond. It was a heck of a find. And my enthusiasm was more in that segment of the video, which had to be, I'd have music over. It's still very interesting to be able to dig underneath something like that and just look. Even if stuff was under there that was $20-$30, it'd be a place where I really wouldn't be looking for stuff. There is that enthusiasm on finding this Curing with Cayenne. I want to say it's a 1997, and it is a first edition. The other ones, if you just look it up. So, yeah, that was definitely a good score. The Popcorn Popper DVD, it's an X rental, it looks like. That is a really, really good one. I think that there are like 6 in the series, because I looked at, hand typed it here at home. I think there was like 6 in the series, and that 6 sold for like $300 or something. Fortunately, with physical media, for the most part, almost everyone is a collector. Not all physical media. I don't know, I've read or I've looked, and it's anywhere from 1% to 5% of everything that's out there has been permanently digitized. So online streaming. So if you want something in the physical media arena, the items are dwindling. More people still want it. It's out there. It's everywhere. Of the 313, let's go and find out what they are. Nelson, 80s band, 90s band, because they can CD, 11. So keep in mind when I'm showing these, I'm showing the oldest sold, because I just click on the tablet, scroll all the way down. So it's the oldest sold to the most recent. So I'm not going to wait until the end to show the big dollar item. Right? So I'm not pressed about, I got to keep your attention. If you want to listen to the whole thing I say, listen to the whole thing I say. If you want to drop out, if you want to see just the one particular thing, that's up to you. I'm just here to talk and opine about the experience I have, and if you want to listen to it all, help yourself. To me, I'm just talking, editing, and posting. Kathy, Lite. I said it before, I'll say it again. Multi-discs, stuff with multi-discs. It really doesn't matter what it is. Almost all multi-disc stuff I look at. Exercise stuff. From the chair exercise for seniors to Leslie Sansone to Kathy, multi-disc, low impact training, extreme. $80. Granted, there's 7 DVDs, 7 times 10, 70, right? So you can kind of see where that is. But when you're paying $1, the $1 into 80 is a pretty good sale. Just things to look for if you're going to do media. Exercise is one. Religion is another. If you're looking and scanning and typing and coming home and getting pictures and posting and getting the item, you're going to start remembering. It's going to be this repetition of things. You're going to start remembering certain genres, certain authors and producers and presses and things like that. That's why I can go to these stores now and just do a cursory look at the books. Of the books I'm looking at, I don't know, just arbitrary numbers here. 5,000 books are on the shelves. I'm just eyeballing weird font, aged design, very interesting words that kind of just pop off on a topic. I'm not scanning every single John Grisham book, David McCullough book, Danielle Steele. I'm not doing that. I can sit there and I can spend my time and find that little pocket change stuff. And I could come across that wonderful whatever first edition, first of John Grisham book. I got another store to get to. The odds of me making more money at a store looking for pocket change is not the same as me going to another store and finding another 300, 400, 500 there in an hour and then going to another store. I don't dig around for the pocket change. I will buy the pocket change because per se, I already have it in my hand. I've already scanned it. It's already 12 bucks. It does sell, so I'll buy it. But I'm not going to be like, oh, I'm going to buy every single thing that could possibly get 12 bucks. That's kind of going with, you're leaving money on the table. I'm leaving quarters on the table. These multi-disc, anything. I mean, I sold the multi-disc CD set I had for like 3 days. It didn't get much. It was like 14, 15 bucks. I think that one was 50 cents, maybe $1. Yeah, I made $5 on it. Gone. I did not think it would sell that fast, but it did. Box 15, right up front. Very first one. So this is one here at Train. This is one that I just got. 15 bucks. Bay Area Players CD, 15. Pink Panther. So this is one that I resurfaced. I think one of the very first ones I did. I won't be able to see it well. However, it was pretty bad, and I had this listed for maybe 15 bucks because it would need resurfaced. And the resurfacing, I was able to bump it up in price by quite a bit and sold for 44. The Opportunist, I mean, it's a good movie. 26 bucks. Rain, It's Raining CD, 10. Petty LaBelle DVD, 13. Some LEZ in concert DVD, 46. Now I have a sealed version of this, which is listed at quite a bit more. Firebirds, Nicolas Cage, 15. Windows and door wide open. Sun was nice and blasting. Had this area lit up. It was just cast right through this way. Nice breeze coming in now. But it's getting all cloudy and dreary again. That's my cue to say, hey, that wraps that one up. That is going to wrap that one up. If you like what you heard, like what you saw, thumb thingy, comment thingy, sub thingy, share thingy, a ring it dingy. That's all. Appreciate it. Thanks.